Alright, let's try another game. And this one is called Slugatory. First little comment, game should probably not start right, like the actual game should probably not start right when you sort of load it up. And especially timing based stuff should probably wait for at least the first level. Wait for the user to input some valid input like movement or something. I'm thinking I should do this. Is that? So I feel like I'm doing this the wrong way. Yeah, I have some sprint also, right? Not sure what that was. Can I go down? Yeah, we can. Oh, these are blocks I can stand on. Or be blocked by, I suppose. Are those the dashes I have or something? I'm not sure. Oh no. Am I kind of stuck down here? Come on. Yeah, but I'm trying to get out. Yeah. That was evil getting stuck there. But yeah, let's try another time. I'm still not sure what, why does it look like stuff is outside my screen here? I'm not sure what this means. These are things I need to collect. These are enemies that I need to avoid, I think. And yeah, of course also, or no, maybe not, yeah. No, that's not dashes because I have dash. Like that. No. Oh, come on. I'm not sure what decides where these green blobs end up. And that looks, well, I guess I can go around, but this is costing me a lot of time. Forget that I have a loop around. Like that. Am I actually gonna be able to get to that? No. So there that's of course a bit of a problem, right? That it spawns inside one of these. So you probably need some algorithm for detecting that because it feels unfair, is basically what I'm saying. It's one thing if I'm being stupid and end up being locked in by my own actions. But this feels like another thing. Maybe I can I dash through the green things? Let's try that. Maybe I can dash through the green things. I realize that could be an option. More green things before I try to do that, I think. That's too level, but here then. No, I cannot dash through them. Okay, so that means I can get unlucky and then that unlock ends my round, and that doesn't feel entirely fair. I like the collisions with these flying things though. They feel forgiving, like they should. I still don't know what those bats or swords actually do. Do I lose time? Yeah, I lose time when that happens. Okay. Oh yeah, that was it. I forgot I had that thing. But that doesn't give me any time. Maybe I can, maybe I can cut through. I forgot about the J binding. Let's see, can I cut through? That's not as problematic with the placements. Then you really need to collect them if you need them to cut through the green. Oh, okay. And that's fair. I says up there with the J. Now I see that. The U I could do with a little bit of it's a bit of a mix of terminal type style, I think, and this water thingy and such. I feel like it could do with some clearer stuff. Alright, so here basically I have to do that. Quite annoying, but it worked. And right at the edge of losing now, right? Not that much I can do to prolong this. Alright, I think that was a decent score. So obviously there's a bit of a problem in that I totally forgot this. It's not hyper clear that this is sword up here. I think it looks a bit clearer here. And it could, of course, I mean, you do have space. We don't use this up here at all, so it could. It's of course good to have it close to this, which is the important thing, except for me jumping and avoiding stuff. But I'm wondering if there's some way to sort of show me, to make me remember that I need this. Excuse me. Because also sort of you start the game and you start collecting these, and it's only until late in the game you actually start to need to use them, and I think that's also a big reason why I didn't think of needing like that I had that tool. But yeah, so nice little set of combinations of stuff here. It would have been cool with different levels, I think, in the end. And I mean, it's obviously very arcadey here, and that's the purpose of it. I think for me personally, to enjoy it more, having to explore some area while cutting and avoiding and collecting would probably have triggered me to want to continue playing more. But yeah, I did feel like the controls were quite nice. You could get a bit stuck when jumping around on these, of course. quite sold by the sword once I realized that. I also feel like once you, but I think that's also the purpose like of the game, because it's not fun if I could play this and maintain myself for an hour. I mean, I guess that could be fun in another sense, but it doesn't really work that well for a jam game. So I suppose it's balanced to end somewhere uh, around a couple of minutes mark. But what I was getting at is that it feels like it's a runaway system where it's hard for me to recuperate. Like I can slow down the decay by playing well, but if I when once I started getting into the shifting into the 10-second red area, I didn't really ever manage to get out of it. So there's no, um, it didn't feel like there's a way to recuperate at that stage, at least not for me with my skills. And I think that would have, um, like, to build a more engaging game. I feel like if you have stretches of a little bit more calm and bit respite, and you have a bit better margin, and then uh, parts where you get drained down and have to really struggle and stress to find the next one, but then maybe you get a couple of them in a row that are really tight so you can gain up some more. Right now, think this is more or less randomly spawned, but you could, even in the arcade setting, work with spawn distance, or at least spawn distance probabilities, to sort of shift the balance back and forth a bit between more difficult and easier, more difficult and easier, and not just, I think what it does now basically with these blocks makes it a bit of, and more enemies constantly adds more and more pressure. But yeah, I think that's my thoughts, and thank you very much for the game.